Hey guys, it's Aliana and today we're gonna be making one of our favorite Filipino desserts, food for the gods. Fun fact, it is also quite a popular dessert to have during the Christmas season, and of course, why not get into the true Filipino Christmas spirit by having this video during September, because we all know Filipino Christmas starts 3 months in advance, baby. I can already hear the Mariah Carey, the Michael Bublé. Combine it with the food for the gods and it's true Christmas season, baby. So let's just get started. Alright, so we have our ingredients all ready to go because, you know, we're all about that prepping. So starting off, we have our melted butter, white sugar, brown sugar, 2 eggs plus a yolk. We got our plain flour, or flour, whoever says that, baking powder and baking soda, salt, and then our 2 most important ingredients, the dates and the walnuts. Oh, and also bonus, vanilla extract. This is homemade stuff. This has been brewing for like a year now, so that's kind of bougie. You don't need to have it homemade, but I do, so yeah, let's just get started. I'm gonna start chopping our dates. I would highly recommend getting the really good quality date, like medjool, or like the organic ones. You'll be able to tell that it will be either less or more sweet depending on the quality. The ones we have right now aren't the best. They're still pretty good. Just chop them up into little pieces. See, it does get a bit sticky. This is my least favorite part. I would say it's the most, probably the most difficult part of the recipe, so that just shows how easy this is. They're all fairly small and kind of uniform in size, so I'm just gonna pretty much just put that in a separate bowl, and then we're pretty much just gonna chop the walnuts. This is a lot of walnuts. It is 2 cups of walnuts. Very expensive. Yeah, you also want them to be similar size to the dates. And even if you want to go that extra mile, you can even toast these beforehand. You know, get that extra nutty flavor. We're not doing that today just because I want to save a bit of time, but that would be a very good idea. That is also done. The most laborious part of this recipe is complete. So yeah, you can set that aside to the same bowl as the dates because we're gonna add that towards the end at the same time, so it doesn't really matter. So set this aside, and now for the easiest part of the recipe. Once you have everything measured, it's gonna be really fast put together. So first thing, melted butter. Oh yeah, look at that. And you wanna make sure that your butter isn't too hot, because once we add our sugar, brown sugar, mix that all together. But yeah, if it's too hot, it will make the batter greasy. You don't have to whisk it too hard, to be honest. I just want a bit of a workout because we're in lockdown, no gym, so it's workout time. Got 2 eggs plus an egg yolk in here. The reason why I put an extra yolk is just to add more richness to the batter. I'm just gonna add a little splash of vanilla. Oh, look at how those little vanilla seeds. Now, we move on from the spatula, one of my favorite utensils, over to my other favorite utensil, the spatula.
Wait, you just said we moved over from the spatula to the spatula.
I meant whisk! Should we do that take again?
No, you only get one.
Okay, well just voice over my...
Okay, fine, do it
When
again.
I say spatula, just put whisk.
Okay, fine, say whisk.
Whisk. We move on from this whisk, one of my favorite utensils. Editing magic, let's go. We're just gonna add our dry ingredients, and like most things, you don't want to overmix. So this is just plain flour, baking powder, and baking soda, and some salt. And just fold everything. Just gonna add the dates and walnuts. There's almost just an equal part of batter and walnut and date. Just look how much you get. So generous. So Food for the Gods was popularized in the 1930s and has become a firm Christmas favorite, but its origin story is unclear. One story suggests that Food for the Gods has roots from a Spanish bread called pan de dátil, which contains similar ingredients. Over time, it morphed both in name and ingredients, this time during the American colonization to get to its current form. Another story suggests that it was derived from the North American date square and was learned by the locals during the American colonial period. Either way, dates and walnuts were by no means cheap ingredients even today, so only the rich or people of high status were able to afford such fancy ingredients, hence the name Food for the Gods. Okay, we are at the end game. Once everything is pretty much just mixed together, mixy mix, just grab your grease pan ready to go. I use a 9 by 13 inch pan. This is the perfect size for it. I used a 8 by 8 before and it would always come out raw and it was just not good. But yeah, just grease it, line it, and just add your batter. We both tasted the batter just before this. It tastes amazing. Oh no! Wait! A fallen one! And the best part, every time, it's just amazing. And now, just get your spatula, just press everything to the corners, make sure it's evenly distributed. And just to go that extra mile, I just got a offset spatula, also one of my favorite tools, just to make sure everything is leveled out, because with this batter, it can be a bit annoying to spread out just because it has so many walnuts and dates. It is time to work on your patience, everyone. We're putting in the oven 180 degrees Celsius for 20 to 24 minutes, depending how kind of fudgy you want it. Okay, 24 minutes is up. It's time to take the bad boy out. Oh, look at that. It looks very plain. It might look ugly, but it's all about the flavor. Before we let this cool, I do a little finisher of flaky salt. You don't have to do this, but I do this with everything I bake because, you know, salt enhances the flavor. Now that is done, we're just gonna let it cool for maybe 10 minutes and then we'll take it out, slice it up, and have a bite. I'm just gonna take that out of the tray. Be very gentle, but luckily the baking paper makes it so much easier. Oh, I wish you could smell it through the screen because it has that buttery, caramelly scent. I'm salivating. Gonna cut up a little slice, a little cross section. It's gonna be very buttery. See those walnuts peeking through all throughout. Little date action. And the flaky salt. As you can see, our version, it's not too cakey, which we like. Still has a bit of a very moist, chewy fudginess. I mean, just look how loaded that thing is. It's like half walnuts and dates to batter. I mean, you can't tell me that doesn't look good. The only thing left for us to do, we've reached the end, is for us to give it a taste. I'm excited. All right. It never gets old. It's moist, it's chewy, it's rich, it's decadent. We're hitting all the adjectives here. It truly is a food fit for the gods. I'm in heaven. Alright, so we are at the end of our video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and hopefully you learned something new about this delicious Filipino dessert. If you guys ever give it a go, definitely give us a shout out on our Instagram or even just comment it down below. I would love to know what you guys thought of it, as well as like if you tried it, let me know how you thought of the flavor because I really like it. So hopefully you guys do too. But as always appreciate you guys watching our videos and giving us all the support, and see you guys on the next one. Bye!